All I can say is that the fake news just doesn't get it, do they? They don't get it. The fake news media, they've been trying to figure this out for years. They still don't get it, though. They don't get it. Look at all of those cameras. Look at all of those cameras. That's a lot of cameras. That's a lot of cameras. Our country is stronger than ever before. We are stronger. We are better. But while we're building a great future, the radical left Democrats in Washington are trying to burn it all down. Now the Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. You know that, right? Coronavirus. They're politicizing it. We did one of the great jobs. You say, how's President Trump doing? They go, oh, not good, not good. They have no clue. They don't have any clue. They can't even count their votes in Iowa. They can't even count. No, they can't. They can't count their votes. One of my people came up to me and said, Mr. President, they tried to beat you on Russia, Russia, Russia. That didn't work out too well. They couldn't do it. They tried the impeachment hoax. That was on a perfect conversation. They tried anything. They tried it over and over. They've been doing it since you got in. It's all turning. They lost. It's all turning. Think of it. Think of it. And this is their new hoax. But, you know, we did something that's been pretty amazing. We're 15 people in this massive country. And because of the fact that we went early, we could have had a lot more than that. We're doing great. Our country is doing so great. We are so unified. We are so unified. The Republican Party has never, ever been unified like it is now. There has never been a movement in the history of our country like we have now. Never been a movement. So a statistic that we want to talk about. Go ahead. Say USA. It's okay. USA. So, a number that nobody heard of, that I heard of recently, and I was shocked to hear it, 35,000 people on average die each year from the flu. Did anyone know that? 35,000. That's a lot of people. It could go to 100,000. It could be 27,000. They say usually a minimum of 27 goes up to 100,000 people a year die. And so far, we have lost nobody to coronavirus in the United States. Nobody. And it doesn't mean we won't, and we are totally prepared. It doesn't mean we won't. But think of it. You hear 35 and 40,000 people, and we've lost nobody, and you wonder, the press is in hysteria mode. CNN, fake news, and their camera just went off. The camera just went off. Turn it back on. Hey, by the way, hold it. Look at this. And honestly, all events are like this. It's about us. It's all about us. I wish they'd take the camera. Show the arena, please. Show the arena. They never do. They never do. They never do. Show the arena. You can hear it, because when you hear it, that's not 200 people, that's not 100 people, that's thousands and thousands of people, including people outside. can hear it. They always show my face. See that face? They show my face. I want them to show the arena, not my face, right? How many have you been to? How many rallies have you gone? Practically everyone. Can you believe it? I'm sure your husbands are thrilled, right? They're thrilled. Where are you going tonight? I'm going to another Trump rally. True. Number 114. What do your husbands say about that? This group up here, she said, we don't care. Thank you, thank you. Democrats will only say horrible things even though they know we're doing a great job. We're doing a great job with what we have to work with. It's incredible. The Democrats want us to fail so badly, even if their actions, and you take a look, hurt the people of this country, they'll hurt the people themselves. Their wealth, their everything. They're willing to hurt our country in order to say bad, even if they know it's not so. We made an unbelievable deal with Mexico, with Canada, with China, with South Korea, with Japan. We are really, you take a look, magnificently organized with the best professionals in the world. We're prepared for the absolute worst. You have to be prepared for the worst, but hopefully it will all amount to very little. That's why I tell you, when we have the flu at 35,000 people, and this one is, we have to take it very, very seriously. That's what we're doing. We are preparing for the worst. My administration has taken the most aggressive action in modern history to prevent the spread of this illness in the United States. We are ready. We are ready. Totally ready. On January 31st, I ordered the suspension of foreign nationals who have recently been in China from entering the United States. An action which the Democrats loudly criticized and protested, and now everybody's complimenting me, saying, thank you very much, you were 100% correct. Could have been a whole different story. But I say, so let's get this right. A virus starts in China, bleeds its way into various countries all around the world, doesn't spread widely at all in the United States because of the early actions that myself and my administration took against a lot of other wishes. And the Democrats' single talking point, and you see it, is that it's Donald Trump's fault, right? It's Donald Trump's fault. No, just things that happen. But you know what? This does show you, things happen. Whoever thought of this 2 weeks ago? Who would have thought this could be going on 4 weeks ago? You wouldn't. But things happen in life, and you have to be prepared, and you have to be flexible, and you have to be able to go out and get it. And my guys, we have the best professionals in the world, the best in the world, and we are so ready. At the same time that I initiated the first federally mandated quarantine in over 50 years, we had to quarantine some people. They weren't happy. They weren't happy about it. I want to tell you, there are a lot of people that are not so happy, but after 2 weeks, they got happy. You know who got happy? The people around them got happy. That's who got happy. I also created a White House virus task force. It's a big thing, a virus task force. I requested $2.5 billion to ensure we have the resources we need. The Democrats said, that's terrible. He's doing the wrong thing. He needs $8.5 billion, not $2.5. I've never had that before. I asked for $2.5. They want to give me $8.5. So I said, I'll take it. Does that make me a bit? I'll take it. I'll take it. I never had that before. We must understand that border security is also health security. And you've all seen the wall is going up like magic. It's going up like magic. You think that was an easy one? That was not an easy one. It's going up great, and we're up now 132 miles, and this is the exact wall that border security wanted, everything. This is everything they wanted. 132 miles already. We'll have 500 miles built by very early next year sometime. So, one of the reasons the numbers are so good. We will do everything in our power to keep the infection and those carrying the infection from entering our country. We have no choice. Whether it's the virus that we're talking about or many other public health threats, the Democrat policy of open borders is a direct threat to the health and well-being of all Americans. Now, you see it with the coronavirus. You see it. You see it with the coronavirus. You know, you see that. When you have this virus or any other problem coming in, it's not the only thing that comes in through the border. And we're setting records now at the border. We're setting records. And now, just using this, so important, right? So important. I'm doing well in the polls despite the worst fake news and worst presidential harassment in the history of the United States. We've got phenomenal numbers. No, it's true. The worst presidential harassment in history. While the extreme left has been wasting America's time with these vile hoaxes, we've been killing terrorists, creating jobs, raising wages, enacting fair trade deals, securing our border, and lifting up citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. We added another 225,000 jobs last month alone. And that makes 7 million jobs since our election. 7 million. The unemployment rate in the great state of South Carolina. You ever hear that place? The unemployment rate here in South Carolina has fallen to 2.3%, the lowest rate in your state's history. It's the lowest rate in all of America. True. It's the lowest rate in all of America. I said to a friend of mine, a Democrat, how's the race going tomorrow? Who's going to win? And he says, Mr. President, no, it's very interesting. You know, he said something. This guy's a real political pro, too, in all fairness, even though he's a Democrat. But I said, who's going to win? He said, honestly, sir, it doesn't matter. You are so far ahead in South Carolina that it's meaningless. Meaningless. That's what they say. And in North Carolina, too. In North Carolina. We've destroyed the ISIS territorial caliphate. We killed the founder and leader of ISIS. Al-Baghdadi is dead. He's dead. He's dead. And we recently took out the world's top terrorist, Qasem Soleimani, ending his evil reign of terror forever. But as we keep on winning, Washington Democrats keep on losing their minds. They've gone crazy. I mean, nervous Nancy, crying Chuck Schumer, crying Chuck. Bunch of losers. The good citizens of South Carolina have had a front row seat to the extremism of the Democrat candidates. Whether it's his character that nobody ever heard of him. I never heard of I thought I knew all the wealthy people. This guy, Tom Sayer, Mr. Impeachment. How did that work out, Tom?